Once we get closer to herd immunity, everything that got put on hold, everything during the pandemic, can make a comeback. Let me give you some examples of where to go and what you're going to see. Exhibit A is Boeing. Yes, the 737 MAX is back. It's back in air, although I think it's time to revert to just calling it the 737. There's a tremendous amount of pent-up demand for travel. So when we finally beat this thing, the airlines will be clamoring for new planes. I already see some large orders coming from Ryanair, maybe 75 planes, according to the Irish papers. That's going to send the stock higher, as will every single order that you get. I own this for my travel trust. I think Boeing is still the #1 way to play pent-up demands. Can you imagine, after being cooped up for the better part of the year, suddenly the whole world will be able to go somewhere again? And what do you think that does to the stock of United Airlines or American, which recently did a secondary offering that everyone cleaned up on? How high will it propel Wynn Resorts or Las Vegas Sands, especially when Macau hits its stride? Don't forget, it's going to be big in Vegas again. The most obvious place to go once you get vaccinated? Of course, you go to Disney World. With this British vaccine approval, I wonder if Americans have started booking rooms at Disney World, and even the closed Disneyland, I'm sure they have, got to act fast. As for the cruise lines, the buyers can't wait for those stocks. I mean, it's incredible. They have endless tiny rallies on any good news. And now they're even rallying on bad news. You want pent-up demand? Look at the stock of Norwegian Cruise Lines. They just told you today that they're canceling everything they had scheduled for January and February. The stock went up anyway. Travel agency stocks, oh, wow, roaring for the same reason. That strength's trickling down to Alphabet as Google makes a fortune from travel ads. The stock has been a horse, and yet it's still behind the rest of the group. I would buy the stock of Alphabet. Pent-up demand's also behind the next leg of the oil rally. Remember, you do have my blessing once again to buy the stocks of Chevron or Pioneer. Those are the best. They'll run ahead of the commodity because they've stopped spending so aggressively. Now, that Exxon has preserved its dividend. You can sense a temporary bottom building, right? And I don't like them for the long term, except for Pioneer and Chevron. Even if the Biden administration comes after fossil fuels, anything that keeps these companies from drilling will ultimately benefit their bottom line. Even the pathetic banks are doing better. They all trade together, so pick one and don't sweat the program, unless you're riffed ideas. Then may I suggest that you buy American Express, because it's the official pent-up demand play of the financial sector. Pent-up demand is great news for Wall Street, but maybe not so great for Main Street. Why? Because so many small businesses won't be able to make it to the promised land. And when they go under and millions of people could lose their jobs, well, it's not going to really coincide with pent-up demand. Right now, the COVID numbers are exploding. Yesterday, we had the second worst daily death toll of the entire pandemic. Lots of businesses will have to close, even if we don't go back into full lockdown. However, even when you're closed, you still need to pay your bills, and it's hard to make rent when you have no revenue.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.